Just a man. What the Rock is cooking.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Famous movie star and ex-wrestler Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson believes success is how high you bounce after you hit rock bottom. You cannot dwell on failure. When you fail at something, you need to try to correct your mistakes and try again. Johnson sums this up quite well. No matter what you do in life, you must be capable of doing the work required to get it done. You should also be thankful for all the people and opportunities that have gotten you where you are. Johnson's family struggled a lot when he was growing up, and he learned by example what it meant to be beaten down by life.
There was a lot of struggle, and watching them struggle and watching them pull through it.
Seeing how his parents never failed to stand back up, he made sure he would bounce higher too. The Rock gives very simple life advice for the Los Angeles Lakers, which he says has worked for him. Look at every day as if your back is against the wall, and the only way you can move is forward.
Get your ass kicked, get back up, and you put the gloves back on and you swing away.
It was a turning point in my career, and it really allowed me to grow, and it really allowed me just to be me and be anchored in with who I am. So when I first started wrestling, the idea was, well, why don't you call yourself Rocky Maivia? Out of respect for your dad, Rocky Johnson, grandfather Peter Maivia. I hated the name, and I thought, well, I just wanted to make my own way, and I wanted to be independent. I love my family, but I don't want to do it like that because it feels like I'm trying to leverage their fame. The powers that be said, nope, that's your name. I was also told, well, when you go out and you wrestle, you have to smile. I want you to smile big. This is in the WWE. I still see every opportunity that I have as like a little crack in the wall, a little scratch, and it's almost as if like every opportunity the scratch represents every opportunity. Therefore, the success on the other side of the scratch is the light. Scratching hard, clawing, digging, it's that mentality to really take advantage of every opportunity I have. The only thing I knew was I was gonna be committed to putting in the work, and I was gonna put in the work with my own two hands. That was what I was gonna do. So for me, years later, to be here and celebrate this and get this star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame signifies things coming full circle, but also signifies one of three things that I wanted to share with you guys today. And the first thing is the willingness to always put in the hard work with our two hands. It will always come down to working your ass off and putting in the work. So that's the first thing. The second thing I thought I should say, and it's probably the most important, is gratitude. I am so grateful. I wake up every day. My heart is so full of gratitude for the position that I'm in, for the opportunities that I have, for the opportunities that I'm able to create. So here's the thing with success. There is no success, regardless of what you do, right? And we all have different careers here. There's no success alone. It takes a team. The first one is hard work that we put in with our own two hands. The other one is gratitude and living every day in gratitude. And I'm so internally grateful for everyone who I just thanked. I also want to point this out. I am so grateful. I am so grateful to the core, to my bones, for the fans. You know, funny, when everybody heard that I was going to come talk to you guys, everybody said, well, what are you going to say? I said, well, I don't know what I'm going to say. I mean, these guys are already successful guys. Like, they're already on top. They're here. They're the Lakers. So then I figured, well, the truth is I really didn't know what I was going to say because you guys are at the top, right? You made it. Like, you're here, right? So I thought what I'd do, instead of telling you what I think you should be doing or how you could be better, or I thought, well, let me just speak from the heart, speak from my gut, and really not have anything prepared, but just tell you what's worked for me. Really, the two things I want to say are, you got to be the hardest workers in the room, and don't fuck the opportunity up. And maybe some of the stuff that's worked for me might work for you now, currently, presently, as you guys have your goals and ambitions, NBA championship, MVPs in this room, things like that. But then further on down the line, as you guys continue to live your life. Doesn't mean you don't smile. Doesn't mean you don't laugh and joke, right? You're happy, I'm a happy guy. But when it comes to business and when it comes to executing, it's up against this. And I gotta go that way. And I don't give a fuck who is in front of me. They're not gonna stop me.
I would have to say growing up and the examples that were set for me from my parents. You know, we struggled a lot. There was a lot of struggling going on. My dad was very successful in his own right. He was a professional wrestler, so he was a local star at that time before the business of professional wrestling became global, if you will. Consistently being told that whatever it is that you want to do, you've got to get after it. You got to get after it. There's no substitute for hard work. Hard work always pays. You know, those type of mantras over time. But there was a lot of struggle, and watching them struggle and watching them pull through it. And having that example, and also not only in addition to that example, I think what it's like to get beat down, what it's like to get just in terms of the struggle, what it's like to be evicted out of your apartment, what it's like to have your car repossessed, and watch your parents go through that is I think is defining as a kid. And then for me too, I knew that I wanted to be something, and it was important to me to be something. It was important to me that I didn't fail. But by the way, and if I did fail, at least what was also important was the lesson. A lot of it was experience too. Get your ass kicked, get back up, and put the gloves back on, and you swing away.
Well, that's all for today. Thanks for watching, and consider subscribing for more motivational videos.